And let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, and I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
This is the day we've been waiting for!
If we don't do something to stop this Islamic takeover of our country, we will soon be called the United Caliphate of America.
Well, all of these things will not concern my people if I did not narrow it down to my very place. I told my people, southeastern Nigeria, my Igbo people, Islamic fundamentalists, extremists, is crawling into our society.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ekeneni ne dini Chineke. Chukwu onye ebere, Chukwu onye ngozi, Chukwu onye amara.
They are digging deep, deeper than we thought in our community.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Ekeneni dini Chineke. Chukwu onye amara, Chukwu onye udo.
And we've seen our people so-called converting. Viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back. This is BVI Channel 1, where we tell you undiluted truth. And this is a global truth. And I'm still wondering why this man gave a forewarning to America and Europe for the impending doom of Islamic terrorist invasion of their countries.
And let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
They ignored it. Today, they are waking up to the reality. Across Europe, it is raging.
This is what you will call crime.
In America, it is a war from within.
So before it was by the sword, now it's getting themselves into parliament and then making laws that act as the sword, the Islamophobia law in Canada, M103.
Yeah.
Muslim Brotherhood. I find that there are only two things which are open to our movements. Ballot or bullet, nothing in between.
I used to say that democracy is haram. Now I say participation in democracy is our jihad.
And they want to show us morality. You want to teach me how to be refined? Excuse me, you are the ignorant and I am the knowledgeable. Please step aside because the last hope for America is in Islam.
If we don't do something to stop this Islamic takeover of our country, we will soon be called the United Caliphate of America. If the previous administration prioritized protecting American citizens instead of inviting terrorists to our country, Sarah Backstrom may still be alive today. Thanks to President Trump, a travel ban has been placed on Afghans, along with people from 18 other third world countries, including Somalia. And I've got a message to the immigrants from these Islamist countries. If you hate this country, refuse to go by our laws, and chant death to America, it's time to go home.
May God help them, and they themselves help themselves. Trump came at the right time. Thank God he even mentioned this agent of globalization who are sponsoring this invasion against their own countries.
We don't learn. We're joined in mourning all of those who were killed, and we're praying for the swift recovery of the wounded. Some are very horrifically wounded, as you probably know. All nations must stand together against the evil forces of radical Islamic terrorism, and we're doing that. Ronnie was asked, who is the healthiest of all? Was it Barack Hussein Obama? Was it Sleepy Joe Biden? Or was it Donald Trump? And he said Trump was by far the healthiest. He was the doctor for all three of us, and he said Trump was by far the healthiest. I love him. If he didn't say that, I would have never have talked to him again.
Because they want a one world order to control. Well, all of these things will not concern my people if I did not narrow it down to my very place. I told my people, southeastern Nigeria, my Igbo people, Islamic fundamentalist, extremist, is crawling into our society.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ekeneni ne dini Chineke. Chukwu onye ebere, Chukwu onye ngozi, Chukwu onye amara. Chineke anwa bụ chi eze ka ọha. Chineke anwa bụ chi kere nukera na kere ihe niile. Udo na ngozi nke Chineke dị n'onye isi anyị, onye ozi anyị Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Ekele dịrị Chineke, Chukwu onye amara, Chukwu onye udo, Chukwu onye ngozi. Chineke onye ike niile dị n'aka. Chineke ya bụ onye na-eme kedu anụ oyi. Chineke ya bụ onye anaghị ajụ ese, ya o jiri dị eme ihe o mere. Ndị be anyị, nke a bụ kama ụbọchị dị ebube, ụbọchị dị nsọ. Nke a bụ ụbọchị Fraịde, anyị na-eme ekpere nke anyị na-ekeju mụ a. Ya bụ ụbọchị kachacha ngozi, ụbọchị kachacha amara n'ime izuụka. N'ime mkpụrụ ụbọchị asaa dị n'ime izuụka. Mente a bụ kama na anyị ụbọchị Idil Fitr. Iwu na ihe ọma ebo kara aka dagbata na anyị n'ime ụbọchị nke ntanwa. Ya bụ ihe ọma nke Jumu'ah na-ekoma ihe ọma nke Idil Fitr. Mkpoko na ekputere mbe nta nwụshọnwa bụ ka anyị ga-ememe Sala Idi.
They are digging deep, deeper than we thought in our community. And we've seen our people so-called converting. And people were like, I mentioned it and I published it recently. You think it is a joke. If we allow it to happen, our case will be far worse than Turkey or what is happening in Europe and America. I'm telling you, honestly speaking, I'm not against Islam or those people with other faith. No, far from it. Because I mentioned there are good Muslims. But in this Muslim, they are fundamentalists, the extremists who have become terrorists have taken over. And that is why even good Muslims warn you not to accept these people. Have you asked yourself question, why is it that they don't go to Saudi Arabia or other Islamic countries around the world? They target Christian countries. The same way they are targeting Christian nations in Africa. In Nigeria, particularly in the southeast, they are targeting our homeland. And they want to take it by force. And this is a simple system they are using. This video I'm bringing to you It's an embodiment of knowledge so that you will understand where these people are coming from and where they are heading to. I don't need to say much. A lot have been said already. Deal with the message and leave the messenger out of it. But truth be told, Islamic fundamentalist, extremist that have become terrorist is enemy to humanity. And that is my position and the position of GGM. Put a stop to it. Even Muslim brothers are fighting hard to stop these people. Don't accept them with an open arms, thinking that you are all the same. Foul. I'm Asuchino Peters, your advocate for good governance. Help me share this video because this issue is threatening good governance in our society. Bye-bye for now. GGN, uniting the people for good governance.